Hello guys and gals, and this is another Vlog Friday. I believe V stands for video or something. It's like a blog, except a video, I want to say. I don't know. Anyways, uh, I'll be using the same sheet that I did last time, but just with different context and stories. I should probably use a different sheet, but I think the information on it is still relevant. I wanted to check in with everybody to see how everyone is doing. It's easy to fall into depression during these trying times with the virus and civil unrest and uncertainty and well, politics too, you know. But thankfully hopefully all that political stuff will blow over, you know, after the election. I mean, you know, you see all those ads, you know, and you get all that junk in the mail that's political and stuff. They kill so many trees doing that. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I try to avoid all that stuff, to be honest. Anyways, yeah. So, anyways, let's talk a little bit about society itself. Um, Society is really interesting. Um, Basically, it can be easy to want to conform to, you know, whatever all the celebrities do and all the popular people do and stuff like that. And that isn't always the best thing to do because you should always be you. And there can be a lot of pressure to be somebody you're not. Pressure to conform, that kind of stuff. Anyways, but mainly what I want to focus on is the importance that somebody is who they truly are, which is might sound a little bit confusing at first. Um, there can be people who basically look in the magazines, you know, the fashion magazines. I don't know any of what any of them are. I don't really read very many magazines except for this deer hunting magazine. I don't even deer hunt. I basically just look at the pictures. But it can be easy to say, well, I want to be more like that person. Now, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be like somebody else. I'm not saying that there is. But it's also good to be unique. I mean, society would be really, really boring if everyone was the same. I mean, if you've seen Star Trek and the Borg, you know, then the Borg, everyone was the same. Um, and you pretty much you don't want that in society. I mean, if everybody liked pumpkin spice mocha lattes, then nobody would like then no one would like the mocha. I mean, everyone would like the same thing, and then people would run out and it'd be like a riot, you know. But anyways, it's good to be unique, and you should be who you are, provided it is provided it is provided what you want to do is legal. I mean, I'm not saying you go out and, you know, do something illegal because it's who you are. That's what laws are in place for, to prevent that kind of behavior. What I am saying though is you shouldn't conform just because somebody else wants you to, because you should be who you really are. Anyways, we are going to go over this. I think I had another point here, but this should probably help you maybe keep the blues away. I don't know. Um, the first thing you should do is do something you enjoy at least once a day, but make sure it's legal. I mean, you can't go out and rob a bank just because you want to. There's laws in place, and there are laws in place for good reason. And so maybe get a oh no, wait a minute. I was going to say get a pedicure or a manicure, but those are kind of, I don't know if those businesses are open due to COVID or anything like that. I was thinking more like indulge in ice cream if you can do that, or some kind of sweet treat that's good. It provides you're not like a diabetic, or there is a gluten free alternative. But but yeah, you deserve to treat yourself at least once a day to something that you enjoy. Again, provided it is legal. that is the that's basically the crux, the apex, the central core, because it does help keep the blues away and the depression. Now I do realize that and this is going to go on into a different point, but we'll let that go into a different point. I'm just making a mental note now. I have these in the wrong order apparently, but anyways. Also, I want you to know that there's always someone who cares. That is really kind of epic, I suppose, or important or key, because sometimes when you feel bad, sometimes knowing that somebody cares can make all the difference in the world. Now, and it doesn't always seem, it can be easy to think that nobody cares. I mean, especially if you're like isolating due to COVID, or I don't know, or just having a bad day, or if you're not really around people very often, it can always be like, oh well, there's nobody out there that cares. Well, that's basically a lie, basically, because there's always somebody that cares. I care. Um, I just wish there was more that I could do for my viewing, the people who view my videos. I wish there was more I could do for them, because I realize that it's them that basically make my videos great. I don't make great videos. I just make videos. I It's the viewers and the audience that actually makes my videos what they are. I mean, I can make like exceptional videos, which I don't. I just basically throw some stuff together. And I always hope that they make somebody feel better. My goal isn't to get like a couple million subscribers and be the next Jacksepticeye. My goal is basically to help people, and I'm hoping that I do that with my videos. I do post 3 videos a day, or I try to, and I hope that I do a good job on that. I want people to know that I care, that somebody cares, because sometimes it's easy to fall into depression and think, improperly think, I might add, that nobody cares, which is false, because somebody always cares. Now, one of the most important things, and this was what I was going to plug something else into. There are some mental illnesses that you do need medication for. I mean, you can try and fight them on your own, and you're probably going to lose. I mean, there are some ways to cope with illnesses like that, like bipolar. I mean, if you're bipolar or schizophrenic, um, there, I mean, it's a chemical imbalance. I mean, it's something you can't help. And I find it really sad. I find it really tragic that society has such a stigma to the mentally ill. Um, because, I mean, to be honest, they really can't help it. I mean, and if you are suffering from a mental illness, then seek help. I mean, you don't have to feel bad. I'm not saying you abuse painkillers or anything like that. No. Um, I mean, my uncle, he broke his leg on the ice. I don't know, it was a long time ago. And they put him on oxy. That was before they realized how dangerous it was. And he took it like he was supposed to. I mean, he took it, whatever dosage it was. And it ended up giving him a really bad ulcer, and he almost died. Um, I mean, that's probably a bad example of how medication is really, really bad. But I mean, that was someone who didn't abuse painkillers, and still they really came back and almost cost him his life that time. Uh, but yeah, if you're really feeling bad, then seek professional help. I mean, there's no reason that you should suffer this alone. Get counseling, get some help, anyways, because there might be a lot of stigma to society, but I mean, there might be a lot of stigma. Society might have a lot of stigma towards the mentally ill, But you should really feel the best that you can, and there is medication for that to feel better. But yeah. Also, is there a number four? There is a number four. Okay, I thought I put number four on here. I guess I didn't. Also, society likes labels. I mean, there's also a lot of like. I also consider some of the slurs, the inappropriate slurs. I'll use one. Um, there, society just comes up with ways to isolate people with tags, labels, that kind of thing. Examples of the labels are like, well, I won't be friends with him. He's a faggot. That just isn't the right. That isn't the right attitude to have at all. Because just because someone is gay doesn't mean that they're bad. In fact, they're probably really friendly. You just never know. And tags and labels like that can be very painful. Um, of course, there's the N word that they use for African Americans. I won't say that. I respect them too much for that. Um, but there's always going to be something like that. Um, and you shouldn't really segregate, I want to say, or isolate people just because of the way they believe, what they believe, their sexuality, their their because they're different. Because as far as I'm concerned, people are people, regardless of what color their skin is, regardless of what they believe, regardless of who they want to sleep with, regardless of who they want to love. People are people. I mean, deep down, I mean, we're all flesh and blood. We're all made of bones, I suppose, and skin. And so yeah, I should probably put on here to go out and maybe befriend somebody because that is also really good. But yeah, I just want to encourage people to basically be themselves and not to judge people. That's one of the reasons there's so much racial strife around currently. Is I don't know. It's basically I think too much emphasis is given on these labels that I really find kind of pointless. I've always found labels to be kind of pointless. I mean, you just can't put people in a box like that. And when you're calling someone, you know, when you're calling someone, queer or a fag, you're putting them in a box. And nobody really likes to be put in a box. And it's just, I guess what I'm calling for is more understanding. And then everyone can get along. I think a lot of opportunities are missed by the snap judgments we make about people. We can basically snap judge someone about their intelligence level if they do something that we don't agree with, and I'm guilty of that too. I mean, I think everyone is to a certain extent. But anyways, I guess that what I want everyone to take away from this is that societal labels are kind of bogus, are junk. We probably shouldn't use them, and I think the world would be a better place if we didn't. If everyone just got along, the world would be a far better place. If we treated our neighbor like we ourselves wanted to be treated. I mean, you wouldn't treat someone that you cared about. You wouldn't call them a bad name and then just like that. We have to see through another person's eyes. That's my opinion, though, and you can take all my opinions and throw them away if you want to. Um, that's fine. That's your opinion, and opinions can be and opinions can be that way. That's fine. Anyways, I hope that this has helped some people. I keep pleading for unity because there's a lot of strife these days, and one of the best cures for strife is understanding, compassion, and all those other positive emotions. But yeah, and again, I want to emphasize that if you are having some kind of mental problems, or if you don't feel well, then you should probably seek help, because there is help. There's always help. But anyways, I'm going to leave this here. I've been talking for 15 minutes now, and I don't know if I actually got anywhere with this or not. I don't ever script these because I want what I say to be raw. I mean, unfiltered. Stream of consciousness, basically. Because I feel that if I were to script this, then it wouldn't really reflect my soul, as if I was just doing the spur of the moment. And maybe I'm wrong with that. But anyways, I hope everyone is having a great day. Um, and if you like this content, make sure you like and subscribe and ring the bell so you know when I upload. And if you want to support me in any way, all that information will be in the description below. I will be back next Friday with another vlog that will hopefully encourage people. As always, thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day.